Alright friends, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to get back working on the F450 here today. We've had a cold spell come through, some rain, and just got real nasty, so had put off the projects. But here this week we're getting some nice weather again, and we're going to continue getting our accessories put on our truck that we've taken off the other truck, like our airbags and our air compressor. And actually I had to wait on a part. I actually lost one of these, I guess they're called J-clips or universal nuts, whatever you want to call them, and I couldn't find one, so I had to order one from Air Lift. So that finally came in, so everything's finally syncing up between weather and parts. So let's continue working. We're going to get these airbags on the truck today. Alright guys, so just like the bump stops and putting those bolts and nuts back together just so you don't lose them is exactly what I did when I took this apart off of the other truck. I just basically reassembled it just so, one, I know where everything goes, and two, I don't lose them. So now we need to essentially disassemble this. This plate has to go on first. There's a plate right here. So I just had all the nuts and washers all together. Take those apart. The only thing I didn't do was just take the hose off. This nylon or vinyl line or nylon tube. So anyway, this is the part that's got to go on first, and that's where these universal nuts come into play. It replaces those from the bump stops. So I need to go look at the directions. I don't remember which way this faces, so let me get some directions and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so we got it figured out. So this notch faces inboard to the inside of the truck, and this elongated hole faces the front of the truck, which is this way. If you're to my left, maybe you're right, I'm not sure, but this is how the plate has to go up. So follow me under the truck and we'll get this sucker installed. Alright guys, I just figured something out. We are not going to do a how-to tutorial. I'm just going to do it and you guys follow along. If you have questions, put them in the comments and I can help you. But under here it's just way too tight, way too hard to do a tutorial. Universal nuts, they go first. Just slide into the holes of the other universal nuts. That one and this one. And the threaded portion goes up into the frame rail. Okay. I believe these are number 6 Allen head screws or bolts. This one gets put in first. Followed by this one. Alright, stand by guys. I gotta go back topside and get some more. There's some tools. I don't have what I need. Alright guys, so it is a number 6 hex bit. And I have a hex bit socket here, or an Allen key, or whatever you call them. But this one is for a socket particularly. And I went ahead and grabbed my torque wrench and looked up the torque specification. 38 foot-pounds. So to make it easy, we're just going to go straight to 40. I ain't going to try to mess with 0.2 of a pound. Alright guys, I think we got everything now. Let's get these installed. Alright guys, what you just see me do there is tighten up those bolts because they were still pretty far out. I've seen a lot of people use torque wrenches as ratchets, and please, for the love of God, do not use your torque wrench as a ratchet. It is one job only, to provide the proper amount of torque. It is not a universal tool. Alright, just a little technical difficulties, but we got it figured out. So I've got the spare tire out of the way now, and I raised up the winch just to get it out of the way. And now we need to disassemble the rest of the airbag and get it put on. Stay tuned. Alright, and to disassemble it, what I mean by that is just these bolts and brackets here and this U-bolt right here. And it's just held on by these little bit of nuts here that I put on. Again, as I said, just not to in order not to lose them. So we're going to separate these ones, those ones, that, and the U-bolt goes there. This axle bracket and nuts we're going to set here. This is the entire item that goes, and I labeled it. So this is the entire airbag that goes on the driver's side. So let's go back under there and check it out. So I didn't actually drop the axle or the the shock out of the way yet. I'm going to see if I can get the airbag on. Alright, let's drop the axle, or the shock. Alright, we've got the shock out of the way. Should probably have done that to begin with, but you know, you live and learn. Look how much easier that's going in. Holy crap. Alright, I had to bring it out anyway because I did forget to put these in. So you want to put your 4 carriage bolts in the top of that bracket that you just installed before you torque them down. Alright guys, so we're back out here at the truck. We're getting the airbags finished up. So the airbags themselves are already done. I did those a while ago. We got some video of that. What I'm putting in now is the WirelessONE system. It's where I can control the airbags from inside the truck. And we're just getting it wired up and getting it installed and plumbed into the airbag. So check this out. All right, we're back up underneath the truck here. So this is the WirelessONE system. You got your control board right here, and you got your compressor right here. And it wirelessly connects, there's a remote inside the truck. So on our other truck, on our 2019, drilling into this frame rail was seriously difficult. It burned up like 3 of my bits. So I came up with this idea. These are stuck on by magnet. Oh shit, that is, yeah, that's not going anywhere. Same with this. These are magnets, the rare earth magnets. I just bolted them to the, and so instead of drilling into the frame and using self-tappers, we used these bolts and magnets right here. And we got this thing secured. Now, I've already driven down the road with it, and it hasn't moved one bit. I can't even get it off, so I don't even know if I can reposition it if our wiring harness comes up short. All right, guys, so we got the wireless system in. Here's the remote for it. Get it turned on. It's upside down. So you maintain 5 psi in your airbags when you're not hauling anything. I've already got the memory set to go to 20. You're not really going to see a lot of movement. But basically that keeps, so I can maintain the pressure and change the pressure from inside the truck as we're going down the road. I did put the manual fill valve right here. The green cap is just because that's what I had. I didn't have any other cap. So, I don't know if you can even see them or not. Yeah, they're there. And everything's done. That hole was existing. I didn't have to drill that. I only had to waller it out a little bit. It was just a bit too small. But I didn't have to drill a new hole there. It was already there. And I think it looks pretty good. If I want to go back to our normal running PSI, and just like that, that's how we get it done. All right, guys, pro tip. I had to drop the spare tire out so I can crawl up under there to the airbags to make my connection with my airlines. So whenever you drop your spare tire, always check its pressure. This spare tire is supposed to be at 90. It was at 44 PSI. That would have done us no good on the side of the highway. So even though I've got the onboard air, check your spare tire air pressure. Consider that a pro tip. All right, guys, there you have it. A little quick finish up to this video we've been meaning to do with the airbag install and now the wireless system install. So we got that taken care of. It may not be perfect. I'm definitely not a professional, but I do like to do things on my own. So I guess with that being said, this is our life.
You do you.
Cut. I screwed the pooch on that one. All right, so imagine that. The socket that I need is the exact one that my son lost. So we'll have to go to plan 3.